Does Elementor make your website slower? The answer is yes. Is that a problem? The answer is no. I'm going to answer a few questions around PageSpeed and Elementor and plugins. And I hope at the end of this video, you will be relieved, you will be happy, and you're happy to use Elementor or Elementor Pro. There's a really fanatic group on the internet that says that the coronavirus is There's also a group of fanatic people on the internet that is so into page speed. They are becoming so happy when they get an A grade and their page speed is below a half second. And they do everything in order to get the fastest website. You know, the fastest website in the world, let me show you, it looks like this. That's it. An empty website is the fastest website. And I think aiming for a fast website can be a little bit addictive. You want it to be faster and faster. And if you remove this plugin and you optimize that image or you remove the whole image, man, your website will become faster. And people think by doing that, they will rank better in Google. But Google never said that. What Google said is that when your website is slow, it will rank less. It will not rank on the first page. You will rank lower. But it never said that when you make your website even faster than it is, that it will rank better. The ranking of your website is based on the quality of the content. If you have good content, people will stick longer on your website. Google sees that and then they think, hey, this is good content. Let's place it a little bit higher. But it's not like if you have the fastest website in the world that you'll rank on number 1. So keep that in mind. Does Elementor make your website slower? Yes. Let's think about this. If you drive 150 miles per hour in a really safe spot where you can hurt no one, and you decide to go slower, you go only 120 miles per hour. Are you still going fast? Yes. So having that in mind, does Elementor make your website slower? Yes. But if you're driving 150 miles per hour and you go slower, it's still fast. If you have a fast website and Elementor makes it a little bit slower, it's still a fast website. So why does Elementor make your website slower? Because they use a drag and drop builder. So they write all the code. Let me show you. Everything you see over here is made with HTML, PHP, JavaScript, CSS, in order to make it really easy for us to drag something over here, release it. That is why Elementor is a big package and it can make your website slower. But every plugin makes your website slower. The question is that a problem? The answer is no. As long as your website is still fast, it is okay. What makes your website slower? Any plugin. Gutenberg makes your website slower. You cannot say that, Ferdy. Gutenberg is secret. Not secret, sacred. I should live in America. Okay. Is Gutenberg a lighter editor? Probably. Is it a problem? No. Again, the focus needs to be on content. This website over here, look at this. I go to the back end. What makes my website slower? Plugins. If I go to plugins, I have quite a few plugins over here. If you use a lot of unnecessary plugins on your website and you have crappy web hosting, your website will become really slow and then you'll rank worse. But if you host at NameHero or SiteGround and you don't use unnecessary plugins, there is no problem. This website loads in less than a second, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. And I use images. I just use it. I don't try to remove all the images because I want my page to load slower. And I'm found on the internet by ferdykorpshoek.com. People find me because my website is doing okay. And I can tell you that this website generates a lot of money for me. There's a website of a client. This is not my wife. This is a picture of my wife. Come on, Ferdy. I can't stop laughing. Okay. This website is selling books every day. My wife wrote a book with my sister-in-law. If I go to the back end, I think I see the last, this month, it's the 28th of November, 1,200 euros. In spite of having a lot of plugins over here, I use Elementor Pro, I use CrocoBlock, I use Cardflows, I use WooCommerce, I use Stripe. I have a lot of plugins over here, as you see, but the website is still loading fine, less than a second, and my wife is making a lot of sales with it. So using Elementor is generating a lot of business for my wife and my sister-in-law. If you go to apple.com, they did not use Elementor. They used a lot of code and JavaScript. They sell a lot of stuff on the internet and their website has a C grade and it loads within 1 second. The page speed, the page size is 1.7 megabyte. So you can try to make this an A by getting rid of Elementor, using Gutenberg and removing all the important images of your website. And then you have an A and you're happy and you can sit in the corner being happy. Or you can just use Elementor, make sure you have a good web hosting provider and just create quality content. What is more important for you? To have business through your website or to have the fastest website in the world? I think it's to drive business. You want to get more business. You promote the things. You want people to get in touch with you and do business with you. There's my friend Reno de Boer from Living with Pixels. You can also subscribe to his YouTube channel. He has really good tutorials about Elementor. And look at this. If I refresh this page, you see animations, all this stuff. When I scroll animations, you see images, more images. He makes websites for a living, more websites than I do these days. And if you go to his portfolio, again, animations. So you can say he uses Elementor, he uses animations. So his website is slow, so he cannot get any business. Or maybe he does not get an A grade at tools.pingdom. But it's generating business, and that's the most important thing. You want your website to generate business. So he made this website and this website. He made a website for this lady. What's the goal of the website of this lady? To generate business. She's selling things. She has events. She wants, maybe you can pay her some, and then she will lend you her horse. I don't know. She has that website to generate business, not to be the fastest website in the world. So here, Elementor Pro is used. Here, Elementor Pro is used. And I think Reno knows a lot about Elementor Pro, and he's happy with it. He's using it, and it's generating business for the clients, which let their website be made by Reno, just Reno, I think. Big companies, he makes websites for them, and they generate business because of that website. So this website has the cheapest Name Hero package, and I'm making now $100 per month with this. Only one blog post. I should write more. And I use Elementor. I also use Gutenberg. I also use ConvertKit and a plugin for that. So when people are going to my website, they get an opt-in. It's loading in 1 second and it's generating me money. So I think by now I have answered the question, does make Elementor your website slow? It slows down your website a little bit, but if you have a fast website, no problem. If you go from 150 miles per hour to 120 miles per hour, still really fast. I think a little bit too fast. So I hope this helps you. You can use Elementor, and it's not that page builders are bad because they slow down your website. Gutenberg also slows down your website, maybe a little bit less. And what I also can tell you, Elementor is working on this. They will make the page builder faster. They have a lot of new ideas, and I can tell you they will make their page builder faster. But right now, in the state it is right now, it's perfectly fine to use it. It's perfectly fine to help you to rank in Google, and it's perfectly fine to help you to generate business. Maybe I came a little bit strong. How do you say that in this video? Maybe like, hey, Freddy, what happened to you? Well, I have to say, I'm in a big fight with my wife. No, that's not true. I can become a little bit irritated by people that say things just because they are fanatics in page speed, and they think, hey, Elementor's making my page load slower, so it's bad. Yeah, that's what I don't like. That's why I made this video. I hope you like it. Feel free to like it and subscribe for more upcoming WordPress, Elementor, Divi, yes, also Divi related tutorials, and about affiliate marketing and WooCommerce and cart flows and making money online. And I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.